Renfield stars Nicolas Cage as Dracula and Nicholas Hoult there as the title character, Renfield. Guys, I like this movie, and I think you'll like it too if you are a Nicolas Cage fan for sure. It has a lot of Nicolas Cage isms in it. It's kind of like letting him out of the box and just play as the character Dracula. So what's the synopsis? Over on the IMDb, it reads, Renfield, Dracula's henchman and inmate of a lunatic asylum for decades long, for life away from Count and his various demands and all of the bloodshed that comes with him. So basically, yeah, he's fed up being the servant. He wants to try to make a life for himself, and that's pretty much what it is about. He's trying to stand up for himself, but Dracula still like bullies him and stuff like that. He's kind of like, no, you're my servant. I'm giving you eternal life and stuff like that. And then, of course, Nicolas Cage is going to be talking in those weird voices and stuff like that. And it's just a lot of fun. It's a silly movie, I said in my initial reaction. When I came out of the theater, my straight out of the theater reaction for it, that's up on the channel right now, I was just like, I got a smile on my face. It's gory, it's bloody, it's silly gory, like people getting their arms ripped off and blood spurting all over the place. Expect that kind of thing. Don't expect like something to have like a high emotional impact that, ooh, it's really about somebody in an abusive relationship. No, they play that up for a little bit of fun, but it does sort of at times try to stretch towards to having those storylines with Akwafina and stuff, but it's kind of like, it doesn't really need it, and it doesn't take away from the film. As I said, it's not a serious tone film that will make you go, ooh, I wonder what they were saying about that. But let's just take a look at the rest of the cast. Akwafina's in this as the cop who's trying to chase down some of the bad guys in this. Because basically, Nicholas Hoult gets in trouble with the mafia, and the mafia bosses Shohreh Aghdashloo. You'll recognize her when you see her. And her son, I think it's Brandon Scott Jones. No, it's Ben Schwartz is the son. Sorry, Lobo. Yeah, the Lobos are the crime boss family. And so Nicholas Hoult gets in trouble with them, and then Dracula tries to come out and make a deal with them. Very interesting stuff that they had going on in the background with, like, well, what would happen today if Dracula came back? What would he try to do? Yeah, and if he got caught up with the crime boss, very interesting ideas going on in there that are just like surface level stuff, because it's really more about like Renfield trying to break away from Dracula. But there's some really good scenes in there. It's played very well. And as I said, the pleasure is watching Nicolas Cage do his thing. If you liked him in like Face Off, going over the top as Castor Troy, or, you know, that kind of thing. That vibe. You'll love him in this movie. That's what I would recommend. So let's go over to the tomato meter and see what people are saying. 62% by the critics, 81% by the audience. And the audience is going to like this a lot better. It's a quick 90 minutes. There's no post-credit scenes or anything like that. There's nothing like that in this movie. So when the movie ends, you can pretty much get up and walk out. Let's take a look at some of the snapshot reviews. Let's take a look at a good one first. Who else? Who's out there? Movie Mom says, Nicolas Cage, can't help it, forgive me, sinks his teeth into a very gory but amusingly slanted take on a classic, filled with goofy and contemporary references. And it's got makeup effects in it. The makeup effects in it are surprisingly, like, I went to places where I was like, oh, I didn't realize that we were going to go like that gory with it. And yeah, they do. There he is wearing his cape and stuff. Yeah, she's playing the crime bosses, the main crime boss. So some very intriguing ideas. Now, some people may complain that I've seen one other review from Harloff who said that he felt that maybe Akwafina was a little bit miscast, but then he kind of reversed his course on that. So I kind of respect that, where it's kind of like his off the cuff complaint about Akwafina kind of being miscast in that role just goes away once you realize, oh yeah, guys, this is not supposed to be like a serious epic movie. You're just sitting there with your popcorn going, oh, I didn't expect that. And oh, the action in this too. I have to highlight the action here from Nicholas Hoult, who throws down a couple times in this. And there are rumors out there that, maybe he's being eyed for the new Batman in the James Gunn universe of the DCU movies. And if he was going to be the new Bruce Wayne Batman, there's a fight in the opening sequence in this where you're just like, oh, wow, yes, Nicholas Hoult can throw down. Very interesting casting. And he does a great job in this too. He does something else with his voice and his pronunciations and stuff like that. So Nicholas Hoult, great talent. Akwafina, and then of course, as I said, Nicolas Cage there, and his teeth and everything like that. Very menacing stuff. Let's take a look at some of the bad reviews and see what people are saying. See if we agree with them. Cage hilariously plays it up as Dracula, and Hoult is great. Unfortunately, the script gets in its own way often, more than not. And certain inconsistencies are hard to look past. Inconsistencies. Let me just see. I guess I wasn't paying enough attention to see these inconsistencies that were being mentioned. Let's take a look at another one. Cage is the prince of pretentious darkness. Pretentious is a good word there. And the saving grace of this otherwise slapdash variation on the Bram Stoker legend. I don't know about that. Yeah, it is like an updated version. Like, what happens if Dracula survived this long, right? Would he still be alive today? What would he be doing? So they address all of that stuff in the movie. But yeah, I had fun with it. I don't think I would rank it quite as high as an 8 out of 10 like the audience, but I wouldn't rank it as low as a 6 out of 10. Overall, guys, I had fun with Renfield. I totally recommend that you go out and check it out. And if it's just on TV, I'd check it out. I'd watch that. Watch it for Nicolas Cage. I would give Renfield a 7.5 out of 10. There you go. Yeah, 7.5 for Renfield. Let me know your thoughts if you went out and saw it in the comments below, and we will talk about it. You're watching Mirror Domains. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. All right, let's take some live comments from people who have some thoughts about Renfield here. I love Ben Schwartz. Can't wait to see him play a villain. Oh, yeah. He was the son of the mob boss, right? Ben Schwartz. Yeah. So if you go and he plays kind of like you'll like him as the villain, I think. He does what he needs to do. You don't like him, but that's the point, right? He was in Bad Batch. Ooh. Staged, Central Park, Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That comes out this year. No, that's not it. Is it? Fairfax Space Force. He was in Space Force? Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Oh, wait, is he the voice of Sonic? No. He is the voice of Sonic. Huh. Okay. Well, I like Sonic. I like the first one. Okay. Fascinating. Yeah. He's kind of like you know how there's like the big mob boss, and then there's like the kind of like the son that hasn't done anything right kind of thing. He plays it like that. Yeah, and it's fine. He does a good job. Arglass says, so Renfield, no emotional beats, but plenty of beatdowns. Was there room for a sequel, or was it a one and done? Yeah, there's possibility for a sequel. I just don't. I don't know if this is going to be a one and done. I don't see why they don't need to have a Renfield expanded universe thing going on with this. This is just kind of like a one-off kind of take. Yeah.